everyone, it is Tuesday, May 17th. The time is 4:21 p.m. and the temperature right now is around 15 degrees Celsius. And I am here at Yorkdale subway station. And that is a southbound train rolling in. And for this one, I'm going to take a walk over to Orfus Road. And that's a street that's quite well known for its various discount retailers and outlets. But first I'm going to take a quick walk through Yorkdale Mall. And that'll spit me out at Dufferin. And then Orfus Road is a few blocks south once I get to Dufferin. So this pedestrian tunnel leads into the mall. And there's a look facing north, and there's another southbound train rolling in. And the forecast said it wasn't going to rain, but it appears the forecast was incorrect, as it looks like it's raining outside right now.
Stop the spread of COVID-19. Please wash and sanitize your hands frequently and avoid touching your face.
So I've done a number of videos that explored this mall fairly extensively in the past. And I definitely regret not bringing an umbrella. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it's raining pretty good. There's a Roots store. And I believe there's a pretty big Roots outlet store on Orfus Road. And this mall opened back in 1964, and at the time, it was the largest enclosed shopping mall in the entire world. It has been surpassed, but it's still grown quite a bit since then, as I struggle with my words. And it's currently, I think, the third largest in Canada by floor space, and it actually has the highest sales per unit in Canada. So my plan was just to head straight pretty much along this side of the mall. And that'll spit me out into the parking lot. There's certainly a lot of higher end retailers here. There's a Gucci. I think the Apple store, yep, there it is. It's just up here on the left. And a Tesla dealership. And I don't think this mall has a dollar store where I could just pop in and buy a cheap umbrella. Oh, why did I not bring an umbrella? Alright, I'm gonna look up and see if there's a place I can pick one up cheap. Maybe I'll check out the hourly forecast, or possibly pop over to the food court and have a meal while I wait this out. I hope you enjoyed part 1 of the video, and I will be back. And we're back. So there does not appear to be an affordable place to get an umbrella in this mall. So what I've decided to do is resume recording, and I'm just going to walk over to the next exit way, which is just up ahead here. And that will result in a little bit less time spent outside. And then there is a Dollarama about 5 minutes down the street from here. So if it's still raining by the time I get there, I'll pop in and buy an umbrella. And I think on my way there, I'll just resort to using the old hand umbrella. I'll hold my hand over the camera lens. And hopefully that'll be good enough. Create your own Kit Kat. And I think that's where Santa was hanging out during the holidays. And that is the Courtyard restaurant. All right, let's go battle the rain. Here's a look north towards Highway 401. Actually, feels like the rain has let up. And there's the entrance where I was just deciding what to do. And that is Yorkdale Road just off in the distance, and that runs alongside the mall. And there's a giant telescope on top of that building. And Dufferin Street here ends just north of Highway 401. And then it resumes again north of Shepherd West Subway Station. So this is south down the east side of Dufferin. There's the 929 Dufferin Express bus. Trying to spray me with dirty puddle water. And right behind it's another 929. And that one, let me turn my camera into follow mode, was successful. At least I managed to spin the camera out of the way. And gas is 208.9. And coming up just on the right is the site of what was a rather famous deli in the city. And it operated, I think, between 1970 and May of 2019. That was Katz's. It was well known for its smoked meat sandwiches and a rather iconic sign. It was actually in that building right there, and I'm a bit surprised to see a sign saying "for lease with patio" on it, because the reason they cited for closing down was this location was to be turned into condos. There's a development notice in front of the property, but who the heck is going to want to move their restaurant into that location? We should get the light in a second here. Looks as if it's a 28-story planned development. This area definitely has some potential if it intensifies a bit more. It's configured more as a strode in an urban-friendly environment. And they've got the old Katz's logo on this sign still. There used to be a giant one of these right here. It's kind of strange that they closed down so early. That would have been, what, 3 years ago? Almost exactly. And nothing has happened to that property since. And there's a Burger's Priest. And coming up is Orfus Road. And we'll take one last look at Dufferin Street. The next major intersection to the south of here is Lawrence. And the Wilson Heights neighborhood is just off in that direction. And if you live in the Toronto area, you'll often hear businesses advertising their Orfus Road location on TV and on the radio. This is my first time ever covering this street on this channel. Alright, so I'm not sure if it's the weather, but my camera just decided to stop recording. As I was saying, it's quite common to hear businesses advertise Orfus Road locations on the radio and on TV. I'm not sure exactly when the camera stopped recording. And I will not be purchasing an umbrella in there today. And I've heard of this place, Soul House. It's a large Korean barbecue restaurant. I've heard people say good things about it. That's interesting. Uncle Tetsu's Japanese cheesecake, and it says Global Head Office on the sign over there. Their original location at Bay and Dundas used to draw very long lineups. And there's an actual Uncle Tetsu Japanese cheesecake location in this plaza here on the left. And right across the street is Yorkdale. I think that's both a secondary school and an adult learning center. And it runs on a quad semester system, so there's 4 semesters every year. Online registration begins March 28th for Quad 4. I guess that's what they call their 4th semester. We have Jessica's Nail, Bennington's Bed and Bath. There used to be one of those right around the corner from where I lived at Yonge and Eglinton. A Game Shack, Aeon's Custom Made Furniture and Decor, Uncle Tetsu's, a fashion retailer, a party retailer. There's a Factory Direct here. When you return electronics to stores like Best Buy, they often end up being refurbished and sold at places like this. Or at least the ones the manufacturers take back. That's where a lot of warranty replacements or the original product ends up. Often when you send something in for a warranty repair, they sometimes just send you out a refurbished model and then take their sweet time to fix the one you sent in, and then that'll be resold as refurbished. H&S fashion outlet. And there's a hot dog stand. Beef hot dog, $4. There's a bubble tea shop opening across the street. Kung Fu Tea coming soon. Let's head back to the sidewalk. Psychic readings, 1 free question. I would ask them a pretty difficult to answer question, and if they got it right, I'd go back and give them my business. That would only be fair. Market by the pound. Clothes by the pound, $3.99 per pound of clothes. That's an interesting concept. Right next to a Shoe Plus outlet store. There's rinks. I think that is 4 privately owned ice hockey rinks. And on the street to the south of here, there's a large bowling alley called Playtime. And that place could use some landscaping. That's Lens Designer Fabric Store. Right next to a Kitchen Stuff Plus. Now open the Bubble. I think that's like a large inflatable playroom. Live life in the bubble. There's Designer Depot. So I wouldn't call this unwalkable. You could get here either from Yorkdale Station or just take the 29 or 929 Dufferin bus and get off at Orfus Road. There's a bridal and dress shop next to an Ardeen. A Stitches and a Sirens. And on the left, Canadian retailer Roots. Saw one of those in Yorkdale Mall, and this place is a buy-way $10 store, or at least it was supposed to be. I don't think it's ever actually going to open. Byway used to be a discount retailer that was quite popular in the 70s and 80s. There was kind of a hybrid of a dollar store and a Walmart and a small store form factor. And I think as of the early 2000s, there were only a few locations left. And then sometime around 2018, the founder of Byway announced he was going to revive the brand as this new concept $10 store, and they even had a website, and they leased this retail property. And then he passed away, and I think all of those plans got put on hold. So it's kind of interesting to still see this signage up. I remember trying to look for their website, and I think they had taken it down. I was thinking of doing a walk on Orfus Road last year. I remember reading about that location. I was kind of excited to see what that would be like, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a thing. There's the Barn Burner Hockey Academy. Right next to a Tile Stone factory outlet. And across the street is a Blue Notes. And that used to be a retailer called Thrifties. And they were owned by the same company that owned Byway. And later it was purchased by American Eagle. You can still find Blue Notes in most major malls, I think. That place is called Kroskeva with Mr. Singh Footwear, and it looks like they sell a bit of everything. Art, travel luggage, perfume. Reminds me of stores you see in Chinatown. There's an Aeropostale. This area must be a hotbed for people buying hot dogs. There's an International Clothers. Used to be able to buy dress shirt and tie combos for like $10 in that place. And I remember on grad night, some people bought a tuxedo there for cheaper than they bought them for cheaper than you can rent them, which is kind of weird. And there's an urban planet. And what else? A cannabis retailer. They truly are everywhere, folks. And this is Caledonia Road. So this goes south for quite a distance. I think there's some more retailers along here. And I think we've come to the end of the road. Well, we literally have. I've got my streaming gear with me, so I think I'm going to set up and do a live stream. Walking back over the Dufferin, and then I'm going to head south. But I hope you enjoyed this walk through Yorkdale Mall and then down a few blocks on Dufferin Street, as the skies graciously decided to stop dropping rain on us. Then I walked along Orfus Road. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below, and if you wish to support the channel, there's links to Patreon and YouTube channel memberships in the description. I have an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there's now a super thanks button underneath each video. Anywho, thank you for watching, and I will catch you on the next one.